39 hours ago, 14 people set out on an adventure of a lifetime. One where they'd have to use their mental, physical, and social skills to outwit, outplay, and outlast all the other competitors. Lines were drawn early in this competition.
They'll call him Nathan Drake for nothing.
And after the first challenge, war had been declared. Django versus Eden. Colin was the first casualty. He choked Django's lead in the first challenge and paid the ultimate price for it. Colin, the tribe has spoken. After Eden won the first challenge, Django bounced back and won the last 3 team challenges.
Django!
After 3 tough tribal councils, the Eden 4 remained. Outnumbered, but not finished. They went on to turn Django against themselves, found and played 2 of Zach's idols, and 3 out of the Eden 4 made it to the final 4. What started as a war between 2 tribes has ended in a fight between the last 4 players. Quint, Shell, Sarah, and Phil. Find out who wins it all tonight on Survivor Kingston. Survivor Kingston would not be possible without the help from our amazing local sponsors. Cisco Family Dentistry, Matt Gasquey Real Estate, Tyler Thompson with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Goatcast Podcast, and J&E Yoga. Thank you so much for supporting Survivor Kingston, and we hope you enjoy the episode.
After Immunity Challenge today, I won, obviously. It's so exhilarating because I won it last time. And it was such a great feeling not to have to worry about anybody voting me off. I know how Caroline feels now.
And it does. It's true.
Yeah.
However, I would rather face Phil in the final 3, I think, than Shell.
Yeah. The people that I've talked to, like Phil, Quint, and Mr. Shell, I've been waiting for the right opportunity to blindside one of them because I know that they are strong competitors and that they know the game probably better than I do because I have not watched that much Survivor and I know they have.
We're down to the final 4 and 1 vote left until we hit that final 3 mark. Sarah wins immunity yet again, boosting an already very strong resume. Worrisome? Yes, but she's going to the final 3 and that's that. Biggest threat to me is Shell. If he goes to the final 3, I think he takes it, no matter who he goes with. I think I need Phil and Sarah there to be the best chance for me to win. So now I just got to see what I can do and see if we can get Shell on that paper 3 times. What's that?
No matter how compelling
no matter what, I'm writing Shell down. No matter what.
Because I'm black.
Wow, final 4. It's good stuff. Just got done with the challenge. So close to winning it. So, like less than an inch. So, what are you gonna do? And if anybody was gonna win it, besides me, Sarah's who I wanted to win it. So I think the conversation is, do I try to go Quint or do I try to go Phil. And I think I gotta go Phil. I mean, I know Quint's got an argument with the jury, but I can't sit next to anybody with a green shirt on. It's gotta be even strong if I'm gonna have a chance to win this thing. So hopefully I can convince Quint of that and Sarah of that, and we'll be good. So if everything goes the way I'm hoping, Phil's gone.
True.
It's gonna be hard to beat. True. But I think you and Sarah have an even shot at this thing.
I agree.
So
Well, so far, I've had a tough road. You know, I've not went to a single tribal council where I felt safe. I always thought every time that I went that my neck was, you know, out there on the chopping block. And I managed to avoid that all the way here. I've enjoyed every minute of this game. And I see why, because of so much stress, why you actually play the game in real life. But it's been great. I've had a lot, great time. So if this is my farewell speech, I loved it.
Jury, come on in. Joey, Nick, Zach, Anna Grace, and Caroline voted out at the last tribal council. Congratulations, guys. Making it to the last tribal council is huge. The final four, you all should be super proud of yourself to make it this far. All of you guys have played a great game in your own way. And I can't wait to see who the last three standing are. Let's start with the immunity challenge. Quint, Ofer, you've won one immunity challenge this whole season, the very first one, and you were the worst part of your team. How does that feel to know that you dropped the tallest stack with 3 seconds left to get immunity at the most important time in this game?
Yeah, that hurts a lot, Luke. Obviously, everyone wants that last and final immunity going in. I think the ties that I've created along the way will hold through this last one, and I'm really hoping that they do, so that I didn't need that necklace after all.
Mr. Shell, be straight up with me. There's most likely 2 people that are on the chopping block here tonight. There's the person that's safe, and then the person that's with the person that's safe, and they've got 2 options normally. Who are those 2 options?
I know who I'm voting for. It's not myself, but I do think I'm going to see my name in this vote, and I'm pretty scared that it's going to be me that goes. However, I want these 3 to hear me say, I've been doing the math over here with the jury. Maybe 1 vote. So I think I'm pretty attracted to taking the vote. I don't think I can get the vote done.
Since Mr. Shell did that, Sarah, I'm going to let them all plead their case. Phil, why should Sarah take you to the end?
Why should anybody take me anywhere? I mean, nobody expects me to be here right now. I guarantee you that everyone among us, including these 3 people here and everyone on the jury, thinks I've been riding on somebody's coattails. When I'm basically doing exactly the same thing. Using a strategy that makes me not as visible up front, yes, but does that get me where I want to be? Well, I'm sitting in one of these 4 chairs, so I've done okay. I did not expect to sit in this chair. My goal was already accomplished. I wanted to beat Carolina. I wanted to beat my sister. So I'm ahead of the 8 ball at this point. I think they need to weigh their options and consider how they can be able to play from the point when the boat's out of dark. That's the way I'm trying.
Quint, what about you? Why should Sarah vote with you tonight, one of these 2 guys out?
So Sarah understands I haven't won a single community challenge, and as you mentioned earlier, I haven't really contributed to any of the tribe challenges. I think that really hurts my case. As well as I think I probably got the most hate out of all 4 of these coming from that jury than anybody else. Probably more than the 3 of them combined.
Sarah, has your decision been made? Do you know who you're voting for tonight, and do you plan for that person to be going home?
Honestly, it's a really hard decision, figuring out who is going to go home tonight. I mean, I don't want to see anybody go home tonight, and it sucks starting people out. You don't want to do it, but it's just something you have to do. So I feel like figuring out what is the best personally for each person and everybody putting their case on why they shouldn't get votes, but also considering why they should and who puts you in the most danger to lose.
All right. Well, I explained it to you guys earlier. If we have a tie, if it's 2-2, those 2 people that tied will draw rocks. So, with that being said, if anybody has any final words, you can go ahead and say them. But if you don't, Clint, you can come ahead and vote.
Because people have to be straight. If they feel like our votes get tiresome.
All right. Community idols are no more. So, whatever I read is the result of what's going to happen. I'll get into the votes. First vote, Phil. Second vote, Mr. Shell. 1 vote Phil, 1 vote Mr. Shell. Third vote, Mr. Shell. 2 votes Mr. Shell, 1 vote Phil. Phil. We're tied 2-2. We're gonna do a rock draw. So I've got these rocks right here, the yellow and the red. You want yellow.
Okay, yeah. 1 is good. 1. I have rocks is good.
Best 2 out of 3.
And I want to be tied at paper rock too.
Let's keep playing.
On shoot?
Yeah, on shoot.
On shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Alright, you ready?
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Go, go, go.
I don't know what I want to do that. Can I have the option?
Sure, that's fine.
You defer.
That's fine.
Remember, we're looking for yellow. Hold it tight. All right, Mr. Shell, look now.
I feel rad.
All right, you guys want to stand right here? You got a shot of it? I'll count down 3, 2, 1, then I'll say reveal, okay?
We want yellow.
You want yellow. Yellow is what you're looking for. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Congratulations, Mr. Shell. Phil, grab your torch.
Oh, a lot of fun. Back.
Now you can take your
Good luck now.
Torch.
Is that gonna go bigger?
Torch.
Oh, crap.
You gotta get snuffed.
What a game.
Uncle Phil, the tribe has spoken. You can
Thank you,
head
Cal. All right, I'm still in.
in. You can head in. Adios. All right, and for you 3, Eden Strong, you guys went from down 2 at the merge. It was 4-6, and there's 3 of you still standing today. You got a mad Django jury on that over there, so you guys better get your stories right. I'll give you about 20 to 30 minutes to discuss with yourselves what you want to do. This is when it really becomes individual because nobody's going to help you on that over there. So, you guys can head over to camp, go wherever you want across the yard, really, and just chew on it.
Okay, it's been great. It's been fun. It's nice to know it all came down to a little red rock. this ain't gonna work.
I'm just still trying to process what just happened. Man, I just can't believe that I'm still in. I was for sure that was me. 100% that was gonna be me. And I can't believe, I just can't believe that Quint is letting me stay, that he voted to keep me. 15 years ago, this bushy-haired kid walked into my classroom, my first year teaching, and we made a bond that seemed stronger than teacher-student at the time, and which was difficult because you like the kid so much, you know, but you don't want to show that. And just keeping up with him for all these years, and for him to stay true to me it just means a lot to me. Final 3, Eden strong, just like I hoped, just like I really planned. These are the 3 people that I wanted since before the merge, just a little bit before the merge. So I can't believe that we're here, and I think I got a good shot. I really do. I said some things in tribal that I don't think I'll get votes, but I think there's a couple more than what I was letting on. But I think Quint's going to get a lot of. I know 3 for sure Quint's getting. So I got a lot of work to do, and I think Sarah could get some too. She's just, gosh, she's a great player. And just to sit there with the 2 of them is exactly what I wanted, and I made people mad because of it. I made promises that I couldn't keep because of Quint and Sarah. Everything that I did, every move that I made was to get the 3 of us to the final. So I'm just so proud that we made it. I mean, I still want to win, but I'm so proud. I think I can hang my hat on the fact that we did that. So, and what a lucky rock draw. Poor Phil. He played a great game too. But I don't think any of the 3 of us sitting next to him would have won. I think he would have gotten a lot of the jury. So I'm glad it happened the way that it did.
I think tribal council was intense. I kind of knew that it was going to happen. Kind of had a feeling that Quint was going to go vote Phil with Mr. Shell, and I was also in on that conversation, but I felt that Mr. Shell is more of a threat for the jury to vote for him, but Quint obviously wanted to prove his loyalty to Mr. Shell, even though he wanted him gone as well. I hope that it showed to Phil that I was willing to give up that faithfulness to them, to go with him, even though it was a long shot. And hopefully that gets me a vote, because I know that he told me that he was going to vote Shell if he was voted out right then. So hopefully it shows to him that I was honest with him and that I trusted him.
So I think I have a pretty good chance of getting a few votes. I think they're going to be really, really close. Sarah has won 2 community challenges. Mr. Shell has won 1. I have won 0. I know that will weigh into the votes. I have the disadvantage severely there. I'm going in with the mentality and the argument that I think that I had the biggest target on my back coming into this game by a landslide. I had 4 family members outside of myself in this game. There's a huge target painted on the back of my head. I was expected to win several challenges, and though I didn't, I was still voted and voted and voted because they thought that I would eventually. And then I'm just a strategic player, and I think I had a really good relationship with a lot of people during this game, and I talked to everybody, and I think that worried a lot of people. And yet, here I am, final 3. Now I just gotta sell it.
Jury, come on out. First member of our jury, team on. Jolie, Mick, Zach, Anna Grace, Caroline, and the last member voted out at last night's tribal, Phil.
Sorry, shoes took time.
All right, guys. So this is the jury's chance to ask you whatever question they have about your game, about why you did what, about how you played. And it's your chance to prove how you outwitted, outlasted, and outplayed all of them. First, we'll do opening statements. We'll start with Sarah, Mr. Shell, Quint, and you guys will just say, this was my strategy, this is why I think I deserve to win, and we'll go from there. Sarah, you can go ahead and get started whenever you're ready.
So I know you guys are probably thinking that Eden stuck together and that we kind of hid behind these guys. I think that was a little bit of my strategy because they definitely were seen as a threat by everyone, I feel like. So I feel like it was good to align with them and kind of hide behind them to make it to the final three, and it clearly worked. So I think that was a big part of my strategy. I think that it was hard for me to lie to everybody because when other people from other alliances were coming up to me asking who were you voting for and stuff, it was just so hard because I hate to lie to people and I just wanted to be honest with everyone about what was going on, but you can't do that in Survivor. You have to lie, you have to deceive people, you have to blindside people at the right moment, at the right time.
All right, Mr. Shell.
I'm a little scared to look over you guys and know that there's some mad feelings. But I ask that you vote. I hope that you'll vote based on the gameplay and not just that you're sitting over there and you're sitting over here. As a teacher, lying is not the best look for a teacher, but I was so excited to come out here when Luke sent me a text and that it might be a possibility that I would get to join the cast. I was so excited, and I was like, I can't leave my wife and my kids at home, and my wife was like, go. So she supported me to come and do that, and to be able to play with you guys. I mean, I was scared that I was just going to be the teacher, and I don't feel like that's the way that it's been. I feel like I've been able to play as an adult who, teaches over here. I know you call me Mr. Shell, but it's just nice to be able to take that hat off for a little while and play. And I had to lie to you, and I really, really feel like Caroline especially, I couldn't beat you. There's no way if you're sitting here, I don't think any of the three of us could have beaten you. And so I just didn't have a choice. And I don't like doing that. I don't like telling all of you that. Same thing with Zach. The golden opportunity came up with that tie because I voted Caroline that vote. And the only reason, Zach, the only reason that I voted you right then and switched was because I wanted to get that idol out of the game. And then you gave it to Quinn. I watched you give it to Quinn and I was like, oh no. So anyway, which ended up working out really well because we're sitting here. So I hope that you see that I played hard. I know I'm not the biggest physical threat, but I do feel like I played a good game mentally and socially to a degree. So I hope you'll hear
What?
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off of some of that, but I want to start by saying I think that I had the biggest target on my head out of anybody coming into this game. I had 4 family members in the game, my mom, my uncle, my sister, and my wife. So 4 very close family members in this game. I tried as hard as I could to convince my original tribe that I'm coming into this game with a clean slate and I'm leaving all relationships at the door because I wanted the game to be played how it's meant to be played, coming in with a clean slate, not knowing anybody. I think that I did a good job of proving that, and unfortunately that comes with some hard feelings and some hard decisions. So those did not come easy, but they had to be done again to gain the trust of my initial alliances, which was the team. Friday night, when we sat down in camp and we were just talking and stuff, and it came up and I said, you know, hey, real quick, these guys till the end. Whoever makes it to the merge, we're riding that all the way out. And I have. I've been completely true to that. I have not written down a single person on my tribe after the merge on paper. I haven't done it one single time. Zach, I gotta apologize to you. Dude, I knew your name was getting tossed around that night, that you got voted out. With the strategies that I heard and the decisions that were being made behind the scenes, I thought that we still had the numbers in favor of voting Phil out. And when you came up to me right before Tribal and said, hey, it's Caroline, I thought you were being fed lies. And that's why I didn't write down Caroline's name, because I thought that writing Phil would give him more numbers than you. And then when the tie came, again, only one to write Caroline. So let that just say, from day one, I've been loyal to my initial allies the whole game. I told them I wanted to see us at the final 3. Here we are. I would stay true to that the whole time. And going back to the big target on my back, family members, push that aside. I think I proved that pretty early that I'm willing to wheel and deal and cut ties where I had to prove that. But also I entered this game as a huge challenge threat, I think, to a lot of people. And though I did not win a single immunity and still make it to the final 3, I was seen as that threat the entire game. So there were multiple nights where my name was the only name written down except for what I wrote. All the cards were stacked against me because of that threat that I posed in challenges. And with a few really key, crucial, clutch idle plays, granted, Zach had a huge hand in that, and I owe him everything for that. I continued on, and here I am tonight. Even after winning no challenges, even after being seen as a challenge threat and getting voted on because of that, and still not winning a single challenge, and I'm still here tonight, I think that says a whole lot. So I kind of had to win the game, or get to where I am with the social game, because nothing was falling my way in challenges. After that first Friday night challenge, that's the only one I won, Luke said it the other day. This whole game. So from early on, I was fighting to just stay alive, and I had to scramble and scrap and play the social game with everybody. I think I had a really good foundation of alliances, and then all the while I did my absolute best to talk to every single one of you and to get a feel of stuff and strategize, and it really just came down to a lot of luck, honestly, that the idols were played right and the names fell the way they did. But I think that my strategy and my social game had a significant amount to do with that as well. That's what I got.
All right, jury, it is now your chance to address these final 3. Joey, we're going to start with you, then we'll go Joey, Mick, Zach, Anna Grace, Caroline, Phil, and then I'll talk to you after that.
First off, I want to start by saying that Mr. Shell, you mentioned that you thought on the other side you guys didn't have anyone that you could go to, you and Sarah. And I think part of that is because you didn't try. And I think that's a big thing with all 3 of you. A lot of people approached you guys, and it was clear that you guys had and evidently it worked, but it was clear that you guys had your blinders on and that you were not going to try with anybody. And honestly, it was frustrating, like, as a player, because part of the game is to flip, and part of the game is to work with people who you're not used to working with. And personally, I just thought it was frustrating that I don't think Sarah ever really approached me. I think she kind of always hung around, like she was always listening to your conversation. And so she kind of got grafted in that way. But she never came to me and said, neither did Mr. Shell. And Quint really didn't either. He kind of came in my tent and was like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I'm going to change, but do you want to talk when I'm done? So I think really I kind of laid the groundwork for that conversation. And I honestly got the feeling like that you had no intention of working with me. And I think that goes back to the family thing. It's like, you said that that put a target on your back, but it was like, you completely wrote off anybody that was in your family. It seemed like that you had no intention of working with them whatsoever.
Really have anything prepared, but just some thoughts. I kind of want to talk to Sarah first. So coming from my tribe where I pretty much had no one trusting me, so therefore I really didn't trust anyone. So coming from that tribe and coming to the merge, I was just really grateful because I felt like immediately I was more welcomed and more trusted by Sarah and Quint. So thank you guys. But so like I knew that I had to eventually run with people who I felt like maybe I had a chance with. But like again, I'm like trying to be loyal, so I stay with my alliance from the beginning, and maybe that shot myself in the foot and you guys didn't trust me because I did vote with them the first time. But I'm glad I did switch because I think Sarah became the most trustworthy person for me in the game, and thank you for that. And I think that our conversations are really genuine. So as far as genuine, I think Sarah, for me, takes the cake on that.
All right, congratulations guys. It really sucks being here, and like the rest of all of my alliances being there, it's hard. To know that like at some point me leaving was a product of all of you stinks. Q, I know you did your best, and I appreciate that, and I understand not wanting to write Caroline's name out in the moment. It's just tough, and it's bad communication. I do wish you would have trusted me, but I understand thinking people lied to me. It just sucks, you know. Like I feel like I was a big part of you guys making it, and so it sucks for me to feel like the only like legacy I have is you three making it and me being in the jury, and that just really stinks. But I'm proud of all of you. I'm really glad I got to play with all of you, and to know that you guys made it to the end, like over the people that I didn't make an alliance with, is really cool.
Similar to Sarah, you have already told us multiple times you didn't outplay anybody. You obviously, all three have outlasted all of us. The outwit I'm having an issue with because you're here because of two idols that were never originally yours. And voting out me only puts another angry Django on the jury. So what justified that?
Okay, so first, just a general statement to the three of you. It's really hard to pick who I want to give my vote to because I honestly don't want to give it to anyone, really, because just from the get-go when we merged, and this just hearing you guys talk to everybody here, it solidifies my feelings that you never wanted to work with me. It's always been you three or Zach. So I never really felt like I even had a chance to come in.
I told you I'll be sitting there, and the two of you probably feel weaker because of the person that you left with you. If you had one opportunity in which we could have voted out Mr. Shell, and we didn't because we didn't get 3 votes there. It was a tie. So he's still sitting there for number one because you all didn't follow up with what we talked about. So he didn't get 3 votes. The other reason he's sitting there is because I'm stupid enough to draw a red rock. That's the only reason he's sitting there. Otherwise, it would be me and you two, and we would have an opportunity to see if I'm as eloquent as he is. And I can tell you right now, I'm not.
Jury, when you go to vote, remember you're writing down the name of who you want to win. Time to vote.
Alright, so the way I'm making my vote, I don't think Q deserves it. I think you piggybacked off of Zach's idols, and also the fact that he didn't save Zach, and the fact that Zach's not in the finals just makes me not want to vote for him. And out of the other two, I think Sarah played the better game, so that is the reason I'm going to have to vote for her. I don't know if you can read this, my pin's dead.
Oh gosh. I literally still don't even know, sorry.
Quint, I just think you played the best game, man. You used those idols to perfection. You played the most with me, and I appreciate that, and I felt like we were going to the end, and I'm glad you made it.
I feel like this was super like a devious game, and that, to me, the one that stood up and played the most honest, I'm rewarded for that. So I'm gonna. This is not a teacher thing.
For the final time, I'll read the votes. Whoever has the most will be declared the sole survivor and the winner of Survivor. First vote, Shell. Second vote, Sarah. Third vote, Quint. We're tied. 1 vote Sarah, 1 vote Shell, 1 vote Quint. Fourth vote, Shell. Fifth vote, Sarah. Sixth vote, Quint.
Oh my God.
Whatever name is on this piece of paper is the winner of Survivor Kingston. All 3 of you guys you deserve to be here. And I am so proud of all of you. Just with how close these votes are, it shows how it could have gone anyway. But the winner of Survivor Kingston, Quint.
Oh my God. Well, okay, I'll.
Congrats.
Thanks, Luke. Thanks for putting it together, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys again. Survivor Kingston is back. 15 new players compete in the toughest season yet.
Definitely still trying to build some connections, but still in it for numero uno, you know?
Crazy twist.
Jeff drops the bomb. Shocked me to the core. I'm scared.
New advantages.
For the challenge, I kind of snagged something.
Dangerous challenges. All in the matter of 1 weekend.
I don't want people to start to be like, oh my gosh, Elaine's like calling all the shots here, even though I'm kind of scheming in my head.
Season 2 is coming soon.
Huge Survivor fan, but this is a little different. Playing with friends, playing with people you know, people you've seen around town.
Join us next time for the first episode of Survivor Kingston Road Trip.